So in our third form, our next sequence after the first four moves here is going to go to the same angle. So these are 45-degree angles, moving off the center line. This time we're defending against a snap kick and a straight attack, either a punch or a palm strike. Okay, so the first move is off the center line. Okay, now in the first form we step backwards. The reason that is when we actually practice this with a partner, we follow through with a palm strike. And if I step to the corner when I do that, I can't hit them with my hands without moving forward. If I use this footwork here in the first form, I get to reach them. This form, instead, we're creating distance. So we're going to use our feet instead. I move away. I'm doing a Tae Sao. Okay, it is not a down block. Okay, and it's open hand. So this is teaching you how to block low with an open hand. It's a different type of block. So I'm not hitting the leg to the side like we did in the first form. Instead, I'm hitting the leg downward. Okay, so but at a 45 down that way. So if my leg is kicking here, the block is knocking my leg that way. So my movement is back, not to a back stance, but to a tiger stance, because I'm drawing the front foot in. So here, I draw this foot in. Okay, 90% of my weight is here. This gives me two purposes in this stance. Three. Let's go with three. One is, this is extremely quick to throw. Okay, the second thing is I can push myself forward a great distance. Two and three, or second and third point are kind of the same. I'm on a line right here. I take a back stance. Now my opponent is going to gauge their distance against me depending on where my foot placement is most of the time, where my reach is most of the time. Right here, without moving my back foot, this is my distance. Right? They know that. But if I bring this foot back to a tiger stance, what happens is they think I'm farther away. I'm not. Like my center mass is farther away, but the distance I have that I can reach without moving my back foot is the same. So what happens is, if I draw back to this tiger stance when I'm sparring, people will move in. Because they think they can move, they think they can safely, but they can't, because I draw in and then immediately, if they follow me, I fire that foot. And that allows me to set up other things, or keep that distance if I wanted. If I wanted to come here and then strike with the hand, I could do that too. So in the form, we're going back, tiger stance. Now this is not hitting to the side like our normal down block or low block. This is going from here, so the hands came up. It is going from here down. Fingers are up, because if they are kicking up, I don't want to get kicked in the fingers and get my fingers jammed or broke. Okay? So here, they just hit my palm. Okay? They might clip the fingers, I'll live. Okay? But like blocking with the fingers down this way doesn't work so well, believe me. So this way. My side, this is blocking. It could be a punch too. But the bunkai of this is they're actually throwing a kick, but we use the same thing we can use this as a punch defense too. Any attack here, basically, I'm just knocking it down and back. Boom. Okay, so the kick's coming here, I'm stepping this way, knocking it to the side. I created distance because I went back to this tiger stance. Now, a rule we established in the first form is if I block low, I have to bring the hand back up. Because if they went one, even if I move to the side, they can still try to hit me. Boom. Oh, the head's there. I aim for the head. They're not going to kick and then hit in a straight line if they're actually trying to hurt you. Okay? They're going to hit for your head or your body. So I'm going here, immediately comes up. This is our knife hand that we do in the second form. It's the same move. Okay? So 1, 2. 1, 2. Now, we have some distance. We're going to use our snap kick now. Front leg. Okay? If I want to keep distance, this is what it's for. Okay? 1. Now, if I do hit them and knock them away a little bit, I can't reach them again with this, but I can with the side kick. Okay? So I've moved away. I kept this distance by aiming for like the hip or the low part of the body. okay? The first kick in the form should be aimed at the hip, okay? So this is the kick. I blocked this if they even reach towards me, and now they're going to start to move into me. I'm stopping them with this snap kick. 1, 2, snap kick to the hip, okay? Don't lean back. I started to lose my balance there. I need to keep some little bit of forward weight, but not so much that I fall. 1, then we're going to do a bounce side kick. So this is our first bounce kick. We can do it with any kick, okay? A bounce kick just means that after I kick, I bounce it off the floor and keep kicking with it. Okay, a lot of times it's a fake. So if I throw one kick and then they think I'm putting the foot down and they think it's safe to move in, it's not, because it comes back in. But it doesn't have to be a snap kick. I could fake and throw a roundhouse kick, or in this instance in the form, 1, 2, bounce side kick. So the snap kick keeps the distance. The side kick, boom, we shift our hips into that, driving the heel or the blade of the foot. We're aiming for the low ribs again, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then a follow-up there is a roundhouse kick. Now, in this sequence, it only works if they do the kick, punch, kick, kick. This only works if they step back this way for this sequence to actually make sense. But that's not the point. The point is just to train a different type of kick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Roundhouse kick, but they're off center. Okay, so normally a roundhouse kick, don't have a good, use the pole. Right now I'm in a straight line with this pole. I can hit with the top of my foot or my shin just fine. Okay? If I take a step this way and they're off center, when I throw the roundhouse kick with my toes pointed down, my toes from the top of my foot hits. And the more of the angle it is, the more that my toes hit. And that's going to hurt my foot and not going to hurt them a whole lot. However, I can fix that by pulling my toes back. So when I'm at an angle, instead of facing here, if my target is off to an angle, I pull the toes back like I would a side kick, but I throw it like a roundhouse kick, and it's hitting with the balls of the foot here. Not so good here, because that's starting to hit my toes. Angle off. Oops. That was a pretty good one. All right, that makes sense? So it's the ball of the foot. So movement is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this could happen in a sequence, but less likely to. But you will be in lots of positions where you'll be able to throw this ball of the foot. You can also use it to the head. Generally, like to hit the top of the foot of the head and go through the target, but this gives you a little bit extra reach too. Here, right, my foot's on the line. Pull that. I've got an extra however many inches it is from my ankle to the ball of my foot. So it does let me reach a little bit farther, which is the point of this, right? If I step this way, my target's a little bit farther away, I can reach a little bit farther, okay? So that's the next sequence of the form.